recording. Okay. Well, gang, where we left off, you just defeated the Demon of Greed, which was formerly your protege, Daniel.
Alright.
Rest in peace. Dari, as you fall through the golden portal on the floor, which you just encountered your protege, changed and manipulated into a creature of greed, you cannot help but wonder what other sins from your past you might encounter. And with that, you awaken in a cold sweat. All that you've gone through in the years since the attack on the Lord's Alliance you lived through all those years ago fades into a dream. You, Third Good of Thundar, are Lieutenant Commander in the Lord's Alliance and Quartermaster of the Ragnarok. Captained by Helge Thunderbeard, the dwarf who made you one of his crew when you discovered your stowaway status and has cared for you ever since. Struggling to remember what the dream you just had was about, you are suddenly aware of a thundering storm that rages outside your ship as rain and seawater splash against your port window. Outside, you see figures of several ships, part of a fleet that is searching for the infamous sea pirate Jarlaxle Bainray, who's been seen stalking Felenorchan waters. You cannot help but shake the feeling, or you cannot shake the feeling of general unease. There's a knock at the door.
Yes?
Lieutenant, it's me.
Come in.
At the door is your assistant and Lieutenant Tord Floden. He's here to wake you as requested, noting that he's already done the required pre-rounding, reporting that the ship supplies are beginning to dwindle and that he's discussed with the quartermasters of the other ships in the fleet. And the Ragnarok has been picked to return to Waterdeep to resupply for the entire fleet. So, what do you want to do?
Alright, Tord. Got the orders. I've been ready. Yeah, sail back today.
Alright, I'll go and talk to the captain about that.
Well,
just one more time.
I'd like
Do you
to
want
turn
to?
around in 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Okay.
What's up?
Sounds good. I'll get them in ready. If you want to do your last rounds, just double check my work. That'll be alright.
I trust you, Tord.
Appreciate it, Captain. Sir, I think the captain wanted to see you whenever you have a chance.
I'll head up there.
Okay. You head up another floor on the ship and approach the familiar door of the captain's quarters bearing the family crest of Thunderbeard, your Captain Helgeth.
We'll salute the guards.
They kind of stand at attention. Daddy, is that you, lad?
Yes, sir, as requested.
Enter. You walk in. You see the familiar visage of your captain, the man who discovered you as a stowaway when you're about 14 years old, and who formally inducted you into the Lord's Alliance. Kind of sitting behind his desk. Looks like he hasn't gotten much sleep recently. Please have a seat, my boy. Close the door behind you. You take a seat in front of him. He says to you, Daddy, tell me, how are you feeling about this?
About the mission, sir, or about resupplying?
All of it. A mission. Haven't seen the head or tail of this fucking pirate king. We're running low on supplies. I feel like we're wasting our time. We've been out here for a month.
Well, sir, he is elusive. You don't earn the title of king for no reason.
Very true.
I don't think we should give up yet, but I think it's important that we keep up our efforts. The resupply will be good. New supplies, keep morale up.
Fair. Very fair. Alright. Go ahead and tell the first mate what the plan is regarding the resupply, and he'll change our direction.
Hey, Captain.
Go on, lad. You walk out the door, and you hear, well, you feel kind of the ship rock and shake, and it's, go ahead and roll a perception check, just a straight roll. Plus your wisdom, obviously, but no proficiency.
My current wisdom, or like old Dari, like level 7 wisdom?
Old Darius wisdom.
Oh, that's
What's your proficiency bonus for level 7? Like a +3, is it?
Yeah, plus 3.
18.
18. This is not the familiar rock of a wave hitting the ship. Something dangerous is happening right now, and you figured that out just a split second before the magical alarm starts to ring, shrieking throughout the entire ship in 3 short bursts, followed by 1 long shriek, and you recognize this immediately as the alarm for the ship being under attack. What do you do?
I will cast Thaumaturgy to amplify my voice. Battle stations. Battle stations.
You see the
Sails
guards.
up, cannons open.
The guards guarding the captain's quarters kind of bolt off and begin to do preparations, and the captain steps out.
I'll bang on the captain's door. Oh, no, he's gonna.
Yeah, he's got his battle axe in hand. I'm going to the top. I'll hurry up, grab a weapon. Don't have time to armor up. Just get up there. And he kind of rushes past you.
Captain.
You have time to return to your cabin, and you have leather armor and a basic longsword. And then if you want to go to roll 20.
Damn, they do not supply you well. Fuck.
You don't have time.
I have leather armor.
You don't have time to put your plate on. It takes like 15 minutes. What's under attack right now?
Oh my god.
Welcome to my hell, bitch.
Oh no, oh god, oh no. I'm under attack.
You are under attack. You step out onto...
What level am I in this scenario?
I think level 3.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Level 3.
Level 3.
This is Darius' true worst nightmare.
Oh no, my AoE.
If you'd been stronger, this massacre would have never happened, Dari.
Damn.
You step out onto the ship as thunder bangs in the background, lightning flashes into the sea, and you see at least 10 different pirates, drow elves, scrambling onto your ship, stabbing different crew members, people that you've known for years, close personal friends of yours, as they're being stabbed and shot by these firearms, these things that you've heard about before but you've never seen in person. As you've been caught completely by surprise, and you take a look across and the ship that's right next to yours, and you see a drow elf adorned entirely in purple with a golden inlay and a large cap, and you recognize this as the infamous Jarlaxle Bainray. You look off in the distance, and you see multiple other ships. His fleet is attacking the rest of your own fleet that you're a part of. Ships are already being sunk, and there's fire in the distance, not being quelled by the thunderous rainstorm. You can go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no. I'm gonna die here.
If you die in the game, you die for real.
I rolled the... What would level 3's Darius stats be? Hold on, wait. I rolled a 9.
Rolled a 9. Okay.
Should I level down?
I know.
You watch You watch in horror as you're too slow to react as another two of your crewmates are slaughtered. What remains now is only the most kind of battle-seasoned combatants, and even they are barely putting up a fight when it comes to your return.
Okay, I look towards the edge of the boat. Is there anything hooking us together?
Okay, you can remember. There is. It seems like Jarlaxle has shot multiple kind of hooks into. That's what you felt before. Is multiple hooks fired out the cannons, kind of chaining your two boats together.
Okay. Dari is going to look around, seeing that the source of the most chains they're holding together. He's gonna reach out his other hand and send a shatter, a second level shatter, his highest level spell slot shatter, to where the chains are.
Okay.
On the other boat to try and break the materials.
All right.
He'll pump his channel divinity in there in desperation to try and just separate the boats.
Okay.
That's my cleric. I know him.
Okay. What's a boat? Can't really make a Constitution saving throw. We'll just say I'll have you roll just an attack roll because it's a boat. So I'll make your spell attack.
Natural 1.
In the panic, you're overwhelmed with a sense of intense deja vu, and you just can't shake that all of this has happened before. And with that, you attempt to send out the shatter, and it just kind of barely kind of sparks out, and just barely can be overheard through the thunder up ahead. I believe that ends your turn. You see your captain kind of runs up the stairs and takes his place next to you as one of the Drow Elf pirates turns and takes a shot at you, but he doesn't have disadvantage. Alright, he's going to take his firearm at you. And he's going to swing at you with his short sword. That's for the gunshot. That is a 24, and with his longsword, it's only a 9.
Longsword misses.
Kind of swings wide. You kind of deflect it away with your shield, but you're not prepared for what happens next as the gun fires, and I need you to make a. Oh no, you don't even make a save. Lol. You take 10 points of piercing damage, or 14 points of piercing damage, and 4 points of poison damage as you see kind of a green flash as the pistol fires off and pierces your abdomen.
Oh, you did.
Dari! We need to run! And that ends your turn. Several other individuals. Your captain is just barely able to kind of hold off and kill the pirate that was in front of you. As more, seemingly an endless amount of pirates pour off this ship, and you hear Jarlaxle laughing in the background, and we'll loop around, and it's your turn again.
God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh man, oh God. Oh no. Oh God.
The Shellus can't save you now, Dari.
I need a new note. Let's keep track. How much did I take last time? 15.
Yeah. 14.
I think I technically have.
So 18.
18.
Unless
No,
you.
if we just go by averages, that's 15 plus 12 is 27.
Mm-hmm.
9 left. Oh, God. Um. Uh. Darius gonna run up. Well, he'll yell for Tord first.
Yeah. You can
Tord.
control your character, so.
Tord. Oh, I can. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. What the fuck? 3, 4, 5, 6. Try and get to the ship, the wheel. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As he gets there, he's gonna take the wheel, spin it as hard as he can, just like throw it in like one of the directions.
Okay. You throw it in one of the directions. Go ahead and make a strength check for me, or athletics, I guess.
Carry them.
13.
13. You see that one of the pirate that killed the first mate that's kind of behind you stuffed some kind of piece of plywood in there, and you grab hold of it and you wrench as hard as you can, but it will not budge. And in that moment, you look up and you make eye contact with the pirate across the way. As he looks up at the crow's nest, it says, "Crow! Go aboard, secure all the valuables you can, lay your hands on, kill anyone who gets in your way. I'm moving on." And suddenly, time stops for a moment. As you look across, what you see up atop the crow's nest, a dark navy blue tattooed tiefling with gray hair and black eyes, with a blood-red sword hilt sheathed at his side and 2 pistols and dual holsters at his chest, wearing a pirate's cap that glimmers with a magical aura when lightning flashes. Suddenly, strangely, a spotlight descends from the sky and shines directly on this individual. The ship around you turns instantly into plywood like a set piece. Your crewmates and the pirate invaders turn into cardboard cutouts, and the rain is no longer something that is actually hitting your face, but is something coming from the background somewhere. The water is like a sheet of paper. Your surroundings are completely black outside of this what looks like a set, as your present memories flood back to you, and you look up and you see Odie appearing the same as he did back when he was a pirate with Jarlaxle and raided your ship, the Ragnarok. And you blink and he looks the same way he did not an hour ago when he helped you kill Daniel, or the devil version of him. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
You have advantage.
And you have inspiration.
You can use your current stats. Current Dari, not old Dari.
Okay.
The
That's
current,
25.
that is 1 below the DC you needed.
I will inspire myself.
Okay.
I'll throw my inspiration.
Should have guided yourself. Oh no, you can't use guidance on
I can't. I can't get that though.
In that moment, it looks like red curtains appear before you and start to open. Vatil! Make me a wisdom saving throw, with advantage.
Oh. No, I can't make those.
He needs stacks.
Girls, no. No. Dogs, no. Okay. An 11.
Okay. Vatil,
I rolled a 10.
you awaken for your shared 13th birthday to the sounds of screaming. You kind of look up to see Zapil, also 13, sprinting into your room and slamming the door shut. He's holding against it with what looks like all his strength as suddenly something slams against the door and bends the wood and breaks it. And he's screaming and crying, and you're confused and what's going on. And again, the door slams and breaks in a little further. Chunks of wood are splinting all over your floor. And he's,
Brother, what's happening?
I don't know, brother! I don't know! And again, the door slams again, and your brother is sent across the room, rolling on the ground, and you see in the doorway is a shadowed mass of a hellish wolf that has slammed through the door, and black ichor is pouring from its mouth as it snarls at you and your brother. And you're cowering in fear.
I've never seen this before.
You have never seen this before. You're confused. You're horrified.
Is there anything around I can grab to get as a weapon?
There's an unlit candle by your bedside. Like a candelabra. Okay, you grab it. What do you want to attempt to do with this?
I hold it in between me and the creature, and I try to like
Okay.
I try to like strafe over towards my brother.
Make a Constitution saving throw, just a straight roll, plus your, I guess, +1.
And that's actually that is what it would be. 16.
16. Although the tears are starting to well into your eyes, your brotherly instincts take over as you step in front of this hella beast. Skylar, mute yourself!
Damn it, Skylar!
I'm sorry! I didn't know it was making so much noise.
You overcome this obvious sense of fear at this unknown beast, and as it looks like it's about to strike at you, your father walks in, smiling wide and just clapping his hands. Bravo! Bravo, lads! Bravo! My boys, shadow sorcerers. I knew this day would come, I knew it. I'm so very proud. Since we're in Vatil's room, I can only assume the beast is yours, Vatil. And you sent it subconsciously to scare your brother, and that's why he's here.
It might have been. It could have been.
It might have been.
I mean,
who did the beast come to first?
I mean, it's supposed to be natural magic, right? I'm not. I don't necessarily know what's happening.
Who did the beast come to see first? Me, father. It came to see me. So it's yours, then, Zapil. Yes, father. It's mine. Well, worry not, Vatil. I'm sure yours will come soon. You blink, and each time you do, it feels like a year passes, and feelings of overwhelming envy and insecurity flush over you, watching as time and time again your brothers choose your brother over you because of his innate magical ability. Even when you find your magical abilities through music, you can see your father screaming in your face that you are to attend a school of shadows, and that the school of lore is not comparable to the power and usefulness you will contribute to the family, not to mention the fact that you have no sorcerer abilities whatsoever, and your very existence taints this bloodline. So why can't you just do what you're fucking told one goddamn time?
If you just gave me more time, I can
Why
make this
must
work.
you disappoint your mother and I at every turn? Why can't you be more like Zapil?
I'm trying.
And
Trying so hard.
And you blink again, and you are standing with your rucksack at the window, sneaking out. And you hear behind you, "Where are you going, brother?"
You know, I can't stay here. This isn't. This.
Why can't you stay here, brother? Why can't you just do what Father asks?
I've tried. It's not working.
You haven't tried, brother. You haven't tried hard enough. You keep choosing yourself over the family. The school of law? Come on. Why can't you behave yourself, brother?
Because it hasn't worked so far. And enough is enough.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Jesus Christ. Am I level 5 stats?
Level 5 stats.
Hey, there we go. That's gonna be a 10.
10? Okay.
Listen to you roll. Well, it moved, so. Yep, 10.
Okay. You see as Zapil summons the Hellhound. Once terrifying as in your childhood, now that you've grown to adult, so too has the Hellhound grown. And it rushes at you and makes an attack.
We can talk about this.
That's, well, you don't have any armor. It's an 11.
I was ready to go. I was setting out.
True. Well, does 11 hit?
No. My dex is 14. I have a 12 AC.
Nice. The dog goes to bite at you, and like in your memory, luckily it misses. But your brother, still with his action, casts blindness, deafness on you. You may take. Let's see if I can see it for that.
Talk about this. This isn't funny.
There's no talking.
No. You hated me anyways. Just let me go.
He blinds you. So go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm going to. Yeah. Okay. Level 5 stats. 12.
12. You fail and you are blinded. You cannot help but get this overwhelming feeling of deja vu, like you've gone through this before.
I scrabble for memories. I start. I start trying to search the wall. I don't know if there's something I can
make an investigation check with advantage.
And I have proficiency. 3 plus 2. 17.
17. You remember where on the wall this rapier is. If not from your time in your childhood, or maybe recollecting a time that you went through this before, and you have the rapier in your hand, you can still make your action.
I grab it off the wall, and the shield of the coat of arms clatters to the floor behind it as it comes off, and I try to make a swipe at where I think he's standing.
Because your memories are returning to you, actually no, because you failed that initial wisdom save. Never mind. You make it with disadvantage.
Natural 1.
Nice. With the natural 1, you are swinging wildly, but somehow, miraculously, you do make contact with something, and you hear your brother go, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" As he drops out of frustration, the blindness, deafness, and you see his horn on the ground.
Just let me go. We're good.
We're not good. We'll never be good again.
And that's why you can let me go.
I will never let you go.
Don't feed me. And I'm gonna try to jump out of the window.
Okay. Roll an athletics check.
Athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Oh shit. That's a 15.
You leap out of the window, and as you're falling, time stops. And suddenly you're standing upright again. But you're still looking down. You recognize instantly where you're at. A darkened dungeon, dimly lit. Below you, a darkened dungeon, a slowly melting pile of snow, pillars standing high, devils surrounding you, and that hellhound that you saw just a moment ago, now somehow infinitely more strong and powerful than you even recall, prowling for an attack, standing over the corpse of Spiteborn, whose head is no longer attached at the neck, blood slowly but surely oozing out of the carotid arteries, no longer influenced by the pump of a heartbeat. Zapil, crawling in pain on the ground, with tears streaming down his face, screaming out in horror, begging not to have to do it again. Please don't make me do it again. Don't make me kill him. Please, don't make me do it again. I don't want to go back. And you look at where he's screaming at, and you see yourself frozen with a look of horror on your face. For what feels like an eternity, you listen as the room is frozen in complete silence, save for your brother who is sobbing with snot and spit pouring down his face. And suddenly he stops. And his face, you can see, is forced to contort until he finally adorns the face that still haunts your dreams, the face that he made when he cast Psychic Scream and killed you. The hate-filled eyes. And you look over and see your head explode. Time freezes as it explodes outward, and the bits of your viscera and brain matter rapidly expanding outward until it reverses, and you too are a cardboard piece, and so is Zapil on the ground, and the area around you turns into a set piece, except for Spiteborn lies below you. His head slowly congeals back together, and he looks up at you. And you hear from behind you the sounds of curtains opening. And I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Shut up. Natural 3. So 14. 15.
Good. Not bad.
15.
Cleo. You awaken in a small hut familiar to you, snuggled with your brother, as the crackling of cooking breakfast occurs behind you, and the smell of fresh fruit and cooking meat fills the air. Ah, little Claw! The first one awake for breakfast gets the bigger portion. And you sit down and eat breakfast with your family. Your brother shadows in the wind, pouting somewhat given his smaller portion. And your mother says to him, "Shadows in the wind. It is okay. Just try and wake up earlier next time." Your parents whisper to each other about something, and they're giggling together, but what does that matter to you, the affairs of grown-ups? When do you get to go outside? You blink, the days flash forward as your mother takes you to go out and perform her womanly duties and pass on this knowledge onto you. First, you venture into the woods to collect berries and different herbs, and your mother says, "Little Claw, I want to see if you've been paying attention. Now, which of these berries is poisonous, and which is not?" I need you to make a nature check, just a straight roll.
You got this. You got this.
So stupid that nature is intelligence-based. Really fucking dumb. But that is that's a 12.
Exactly right, little Claw, but do not get cocky now. You still have much to learn. And you spend a lot of the day out together, laughing, and she lets you play a little bit and run around, and she kind of teaches you the ways of what to do out here. And out of the corner of your eye, you spot Patch of Sunshine, who's waving over to you and kind of beckoning you over.
Mama, can I go see Patch?
I suppose. Just return to me in time for your nightly lesson with the other school children, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You run off to to Patch. Okay, Cleo. So I have an obstacle course set up for us to do. Okay, we're going to race, and then we are going to play hide and seek, and then we are going to climb some trees and see who can get to the top the fastest. Okay.
Yeah, you have a whole schedule.
I have the day pretty planned out, you know. So for your race together, I need you to roll an athletics check.
Athletics. Eight.
He got an 11.
Oh wait, no. It's a 9. It's a 9. Just kidding.
He got an 11, so you kind of just barely are just behind him. As he goes, yes! Finally! In your face! I got you good that time. Okay, so...
Oh, but I got you the 5 times before.
Well, no need to bring up semantics, no need to bring up the past, okay? So since you are the loser, you have to be the seeker, and I get to hide.
Okay.
Okay? Close your eyes and count to 50, okay?
1.
At the end of your 50 seconds, you can go and roll an investigation.
Oda, don't pull her out of this. Let her count to 50.
Give Andrew extra time to get here.
My immersion! No!
1, 2, 3,
19.
He rolled not that good. You are able to kind of spot his tracks, and just knowing how Patch thinks, you're able to kind of go and spot kind of a familiar bush that he tends to use as a regular hiding spot. You'd think he'd learn by now. He says, "Oh, shit! Oh, I can't believe you found me." Well, I guess all that's left. So you have won one, and I have won one. So now the tiebreaker, of course, will be the tree climbing, which I think I am most proficient in. Very good at climbing trees. I'm the best. It's very well known here.
I don't think that's true.
No, I think it is very well known that I am the best at climbing trees here. But since you want to argue, I guess the only way to find out is to do it.
We just have to do it.
I guess we just have to do it then. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
You kind of go a little deeper into the forest and approach the kind of tallest tree in the forest that you guys tend to use for these sorts of activities. He says, "Okay, whoever reaches the top and pulls an acorn will win."
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your acrobatics. Hey, Andy. Don't worry, I've been recording it for you.
I've never seen anything like that.
Is everything...
The ER's rad as fuck, bro. That's where I want to work.
We're back, but like, dude, he kept asking me the same thing like every minute.
Yeah.
And it is just like, it's crazy. It's like something from a movie. Genuinely.
Yeah. What'd you get?
22.
Ooh, you got a 20. You do manage to reach the top and obtain the acorn just about a second before he does. Well, now this isn't, I think these results, we'll have to throw them out. We'll have to try again tomorrow and see who really is the winner, okay?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Best of 27?
Well, since you insist. With all your fun having, you kind of don't really notice that so much time has passed until you really reach the top of this tree, and you can see that the sky is dimmed considerably, and you realize that you have to rush home in order to get back in time for the lessons. So you and Patch sprint home quickly through the woods when suddenly you spot them. 3 strangers walking on the road to your village, dressed in stark white robes. And you think to yourself, if they're in the woods, why aren't they playing? How did they keep those robes so clean? And it just kind of confuses you. With these questions floating around in your mind, you and Patch return home.
A priest, a doctor, and a rabbi.
Cultists.
Oh. So yes.
Fuck.
The next thing you see is that you and your brother kind of trying to overhear what one of these strangers is talking to your mother and father about. It's a beautiful elven woman smiling brightly and talking about how much of an interest she's taken in you and your potential for greatness and how many people you can help if you come with her to train. And then in the next moment, you're sitting down with your mother and your father, and you're talking to this woman, and she tells you the same thing, that you hold limitless potential for greatness, and you just need the guiding hand of the All-Color to grant you access to the training you'll need to obtain this power. And your mother, beaming with pride, says, "My little Claw, so great are you. I know that you have this potential that this kind woman speaks of. I will miss you terribly. But I know you can do so much good to the world that surrounds us. Do not forget what I have taught you, but learn, learn, learn so much more." And with that, you agree to go. You blink, and the next minute consists of you reliving every single punch you ever took at the Tower of the All-Colored. Every single blink is another fist to your face. You feel the blood filling your mouth, the pain with each connecting strike, and the devastation that comes with the recognition you'll never see your parents again. The growing hatred on Silas's face for you, and the despair of knowing that you were tricked into joining a war that you don't want or care about. And with the final blow to your face, you see Silas standing before you, growling, with your blood oozing from his fist in the brutality circle. And you blink, and he becomes a cardboard cutout. And the circle before you turns into a set piece. And you hear behind you curtains begin to open. I need you to make a wisdom DC, or wisdom saving throw.
With my current stats?
Yes.
No. That, can I use a key point to re-roll that?
Nope.
Why?
Because with failing it, something happens to your key.
No. No. No.
Mm-hmm.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Yep.
But diamond soul. But my soul is made of diamonds.
Odie?
What happened to me?
But-
No, wait,
No, my
shit.
soul. My soul. My soul.
I paid so much for these diamond souls.
Okay, well it's an 18.
That fails.
Can we use soul as a component for Revivify?
Yes.
If only. Odie. You're kind of standing alone in a black void.
Trying to take a shit, but I can't.
This is your hell.
This is your home. And you hear an all too familiar voice speak to you. Odie, darling, I've missed you so much. Nobody brought souls down here like you did. And you feel a tongue almost burning your skin as it runs along your neck. Oh, you still the sour taste of that money-grubbing whore on you. I thought you loved me. You promised to do anything for me. And then once you get free, what's the first thing you do? You sell your soul to someone else.
That's not at all what happened.
Was our deal so bad?
It wasn't good.
You know why I had to punish you when you came back here? You came back too early. I was promised so many more souls.
I'll give you like so many.
It's no matter, dear. I promise I'll still give you what you want. Whatever you want. Your little sister? What was her name? Margareta? Not your biological sister, of course. That no little gnome girl. The one who abandoned you whilst you were serving Jarlaxle.
That's okay, though. I'm happy for her.
And-
And we just went our separate ways. It's not like that.
The image of a button-nosed gnome girl with kind of reddish hair tied loosely up in a bun, adorned in swashbuckler's clothes, overlying it with a deep purple robe with golden inlay, appears before you. And you watch in awe as she works at her desk, putting the finishing touches on your 2 original pistols. You see the magic infusing the bullet chambers and then once each chamber is completed, it snakes out along the barrel. And a look of genuine delight appears on her face as she spins them around in her hands and extends them to you. And the second she extends them out, she becomes frozen in place.
Just a little tap on the cheek, a little smackety smack.
She's there.
Nothing.
Frozen.
I actually I think I'd take a look at Rosanna, because this is the first time I've seen Rosanna since I escaped hell.
It's there.
And
Perfect original condition.
I kind of feel like that that makes me feel guilty, because this woman who I haven't seen in such a long time is in front of me, and I'm looking at a fucking gun, and I look her in her eyes, and yeah, this is what she looked like, and I say into the void, yeah, I mean, I try to grab Rosanna.
Disappears.
Oh. Son of a bitch. Can I try to summon my gun?
Nothing appears.
I'm sorry for everything that happened. To you and for you. But it doesn't have to be like this. Why can't you just stay downstairs? Why'd you gotta come upstairs? That doesn't need to happen.
You hear
This doesn't.
heels clicking behind you. You turn around and you see the humanoid form of Big Mama spinning Rosanna in her hand.
You've lost weight. You
Oh.
look good.
Thank you. You know what happened to her?
No, don't. I don't want to know.
She puts the gun in her other hand, just to prove that this is really yours, and she pulls out the nimble right tracker. Your friends were trying to find you when you were coming back, and she crushes it in her hand. It's just kind of sprinkle away.
That's good to know that they care.
This is a fine piece of machinery.
Oh, it is. It is.
She pulls back on the hammer. So you wanted to know what happened to her?
Have you been making guns?
Me? We're not talking about me. We're talking about the gnome.
She's been making guns?
No, she's dead.
But why did she have to die? We don't need to have this back and forth. We can be. I know you're super powerful, but like we can just talk like people.
When
and
she
we don't
left,
need to be so cryptic about what's happening right here, Mama.
When she left, Joel Axel didn't want her getting away with the secrets that she'd learned. And so he sent one of his boys, using one of the guns that you'd built for him, out to find her. And they just... And she puts the gun up to the side of her head. And suddenly, Margaretta's face unfreezes, and she's screaming out, but no words come forth, pleading with you, eyes filled with tears, begging you to save her. And Big Mama looks at you and smiles. We just pulled the trigger. And she pulls the trigger.
Oh.
And a loud explosion. And Margaretta's face is frozen, locked in place. And Big Mama walks behind you, and you feel frozen in place. You can't look to watch her walk away, but you just hear the heels clicking until it's gone. And you watch Margaretta as you see a little indent appear inside of her head, and it expands as the blood flies through, and the viscera expands outward. Slowly at first, but then time flies past, and you clench your eyes shut.
As I'm seeing this, I think inside my head as I look into her eyes, and I think to myself, I suppose I was ignorant to think you were off doing bigger and better things. I'm sorry.
Do you want to roll an insight check?
I would love to. I need dice because I was in a hospital for an hour and a half. Give me a second. Insight. A +8 to insight. Dice tower. Wow, 27.
You, thinking back, based on all your time that you spent with Big Mama, you realize that she wasn't really even trying that hard to conceal her lie from you. And you realize that she wasn't being entirely honest. And whether that means that Margaret is dead or not, you're not sure, but you're leaning towards maybe she's not. And that brings you a little comfort.
That's good. I still feel, I feel Odie's feeling an immense amount of guilt for never staying in contact. He had always just kind of separated and gone, but there wasn't, she was the one initial relationship that made him desire that, and then I think that was sort of like the opening for, you know, him to kind of step into the burning hand the way he did. So to see this in this fashion, it sets a fire. He's not sad, he's jacked up, he's ready to fucking go, and then, you know, goes to black.
You clench your eyes shut, and you're vast in darkness. Now, Odie, I can give you anything you want. Now just please come back to me. Be my champion.
I'm dating someone with more money than you. I just want you to know that. No, no offense. I found a rich bitch. Like, there's nothing that you can give me that she can't. Unless you can give me a pitch for that.
You know, so many souls were in it to me. Now that I'm thinking back, through these weapons of yours, your firearms, and you kind of see her appear in front of you again. I know that you think it was just the sword I gave you that collected souls, but it was just you. Every single person you killed came to me.
Oh, that's awful.
Every single one. And
Oh,
with
he's
that,
trying to.
you close
Who
your
did I kill?
You close your eyes, and once you open them, you're back in your crow's nest, aboard Jarlaxle's personal ship, the Eyecatcher. Rain is thundering down, and you hear the all-too-familiar sounds of battle, gunshots, screams. And from down below, you hear Jarlaxle yell up to you, "Crew, go aboard, secure all the valuables you can lay your hands on, kill anyone who gets into your way. I'm moving on to the next ship." And you stand up in the rain, water pooling at your boots in the crow's nest, when everything stops. The rain becomes background noise. The boat you're sitting on becomes plywood. The rain is no longer something that's falling on your face, but is now a background noise. You see your members of your crew are now cardboard cutouts, and the members of the ship that you're invading. And a spotlight comes down from the sky and shines directly on you. And kind of putting your arm up to block it, you make eye contact with Dari. And for a moment he appears the same way he did when he raided his ship with Jarlaxle. But in the blink of an eye, he returns to his present form. And you hear in your ear again, "He will never forgive you. None of them will. They all know what you've done, even though I know what you've done your best to hide it. You know you don't matter to them. They wouldn't even care if you were trapped here, if it meant they could break free. I know everything about you, my love, and I've never judged you. I know you want to help me finish what I started gathering souls for in the first place. What you worked so hard to help me accomplish all those years in my service. If it makes you happy, I promise I'll only banish them to another realm, where they'll be spared the horrors of my takeover of the prime material plane. Think it over."
That's a good deal.
As you continue locking eyes with Daria, I need to make a dexterity saving throw. With advantage.
This much advantage? What?
I'm good at dexterity things.
You had a lot.
20s or. 1 second, I'm sorry.
You would have had advantage too if you made that first wisdom saving throw. But Odie just has way more experience in hell than you do.
No, that's fair.
Ha! Okay. I mean, I didn't roll great. It's an 18.
You fail. Okay.
Yep.
If you want to go ahead and open up roll 20.
Oh, God. That made me sick. Good job, though. Good writing.
Thank you. Just wait until you go back and watch the other ones.
I mean, I wasn't there for those, so I probably shouldn't watch them.
No, you should.
No, you should.
You should.
Okay.
I'll explain why you should in a moment.
Ah.
Ugh.
Hey Ryan, I love you. Are you mad at me?